God bless you, and thank you once again for joining me as we share in the scriptures today. Today we're going to be looking at John chapter 10, 2 to 5, from verses 2 to 5. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. And if you have a Bible which has a red letter in it, you will notice that this is Jesus Christ speaking when he's talking to us believers. And the thing that I wanted to bring out in here is that he talks about in verse 5, he says, but they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. Have you watched a baby with their mother or their parent, their mother or their father or their carer? One thing you observe about is that when the baby sees somebody who they do not know, they run away from that person. They cry until that baby is passed over to their parent. And if they're sleeping or something like that and their mother walks into the room, as soon as the mom speaks, they recognize their mother's voice. In the same way, that's what God is saying concerning you and I, that we should recognize his voice. The thing is that we live in a world that there's so many voices. I mean, you hear voice here, voice A, and voice B. And you know there's a term that says empty barrels make the most noise. And in fact, the devil's noise is usually louder. But it's very important that we train ourselves to hear our Father's voice. And one of the ways we can do that is by communicating with our Father on a regular basis. So that just like we tell our children, don't ever follow strangers. Don't take things from strangers. And we imprint it in them. Let us also ensure that we don't take anything from strangers, because that is not from our Father. Would you hear your Father's voice today? Today he is speaking. The beautiful thing about our Father that he talks all the time. Amongst all those voices, hear the word of the Lord. And that word will deliver you. God bless you for joining me. If you want to hear more, you can share, you can like, you can follow, and there's more online that you can follow us. You can also join us in person. The address is on the screen. I look forward to seeing you then. God bless you. See you again soon.